Good morning. Today I woke up with a sense of just well-being, like I'm finding my own way, my own space. And for many of us women who are in my age group, 62 is my age, we've kind of been on the edge of what I would think is maybe women who were gutsy enough to say, no, I'm not going to fall into the trap of I'm somebody's property. And my daughter-in-law in particular, who is my stepson's wife, was very adamant with me for many years that I needed to stop being somebody's tool in that sense. And she wasn't saying it in a way that was unkind. She said it because she loves me, and she would regularly check in with me because she didn't like some things about the way things were in my life, and she loves me and says nope. And I mean, they love me to the point that they're even considering moving here to be of assistance to me now. I've been very fortunate. I can't even believe how when one thing shifts, how other things come in, and how it all works out regardless of how difficult it might seem. So my grandson, who lived in Oregon, decided that he just couldn't take it. He said, you shouldn't be alone right now. I don't know why this is happening, but I can't let you be alone right now. So he comes here, and he's here now and staying in the house with me. He's been very helpful to me. He just so many things that he does that when he was growing up, I would have never known he was capable of. I raised him. So, we have a long and very connected and close history. We went through things together. We started out going through things together when he was born. So I've had him, for the most part, most of his life. There were just brief periods where he would be with his mom, and then he would be back with me. And in some regards, I have to say, by his choice, because even when he was I want to say he went to visit his mom, and then he was maybe 2 at that time. And he packed up his stuff and put all of his toys in a suitcase, and he told his mom, I want to go. He said somehow he wanted to go back to grandma. And anyway, so he's been with me really much of his life. And which is, we have agreements, right? We have higher agreements, and who knows what that is and why, but he has lived with me, and I stand in judgment of no one in this space, that this isn't about me being able versus someone not. This was what was best for this person. So I want to just put that out there and keep that as a present thought, because people tend to be judgmental, and I know my daughter is suffering from issues. She is an empath that needs to connect in every way with that truth, and when she does, she'll be just fine, because she's a product of me, which I'm just fine. What I want to talk about today, though, which is really rather kind of sweet, is I woke up and I was feeling like I like my space. For the first time, I'm by myself as a female in my adult life, not really being taken care of by another. I have my own little amount of income that I have, and from he and I and our shared resources, right? We've agreed, and we have a certain amount going each way, and so it's not, I'm not living large or anything. I'm just living like month to month now, which is fine. The needs are being met. I'd rather be alone and happy than with somebody and harmed all the time. Now, I know he didn't mean to have it turn the way it did, and I completely appreciate that he didn't do this on purpose. And a lot of times what it is that when one person does a ton of work like I've done, as I've gone into astrology, and then later realized that my illness was, in this sense, stage 4, very difficult to diagnose. Lots and lots of doctors telling me lots and lots of things, lots and lots of lies. Here, you need antidepressants. You're just a depressed little girl. No, none of that was true. I was sick, and I was sick from the time I was 14 on. And it was symptoms that were hormonal in nature, for which they'd want to treat me with, what do you know, birth control and antidepressants. You know, stop that hysteria, girlfriend. And, you know, probably had I been able, I might have just gone and treated myself with some herbs, not, you know, and not gone any kind of medical way at all, because nature has the answers for everything we need. And really, there's only two types of illnesses in life. It's called yin and yang. You're either deficient or exceedingly too much, or so on and so forth, or in some various combinations of all the above. And so, you know, your body has to have balance. It has to have pH balance. So here I am. I've gone into medical astrology, and I'm doing this work, and I outgrew the lack of growth. And so that's where we go. We sometimes find ourselves in these situations where we're mismatched, not because at the original start that there wasn't something there and it wasn't beautiful for us for whatever reasons in that time and space. And for that, I'm ever so grateful and happy that it happened, but I'm no longer there. And today when I got up and I realized that I'm, as I said, finding my own way. I've not really ever spent a lot of time working, doing for myself. I've been doing for everybody else. I've been educating everybody else and not me. And so I started going to school when COVID hit. And I'm going to tell you something. Change your mind, change your life. Nothing has to stay as it is. And if you're not comfortable and you're not happy, look at why and what to do about it. Look at yourself. What is the secret that you're keeping from yourself? Are you saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this? I did all the above. When it was time to go to school, I called my friend who was a pharmacist who I helped study with. And I was panicked. I said, oh my God, there's all this stuff I have to do. I don't know. I've never done anything quite like this. Reading 400 pages a week. Oh my God, I'm going to die. And I did it. 2 years later, I was done. Right on schedule. Now, went to the Judith Hill program. 3 months later, I'm done. Okay? We are so much more capable than we know. So I'm saying this. I want to share my delight. I want to share my joy. Going into a full moon, the 6th. Put your crystals out. Kind of get yourself cleansed. Go into gratitude. This is the time. Right now is a good time to start. And with that, please do hit like, share, and subscribe. Join me on my YouTube channel. Leave comments. Get yourself a monthly forecast for your medical. I can provide you an audio monthly of how you're doing, what things to watch out for, when not to go in for medical testing because you're not going to get the results. So with that, please do hit the like, share, and subscribe, and join me on my YouTube channel as I've asked. Thank you so much.